Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Fragrance Empire. I wanted to do a live, and today we're going to talk about what's been going on with my life, why I've been away from the game for quite some time. It's been about 2 weeks since I last uploaded a video. For those who jump in later, appreciate you watching the content. But yeah, man, it's been really, really rough. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with potentially COVID-19 hitting your home. It hit my home. I've had to deal with family members getting sick, had to tend to them. So it's taken myself away from this fragrance game, whether it be this YouTube channel or even my Facebook group. And I apologize, my YouTube cut out, so I had to restart the video. So I apologize for that. But yeah, guys, man, it's been really, really tough. Like I said, the COVID-19 hit my home. I had to deal with some sick family members. Luckily, I didn't get the sickness, but my family's on the mend. So congrats to those that they're getting better. But hopefully I can get some content out for you guys soon. I actually have a video that I'm gonna be releasing tomorrow. So hopefully you guys have that bell icon hit so you can see that drop. And we're gonna actually bring up something that not a lot of people talk about now because it is an older release. But we're gonna look at this one, guys, the Starry Nights by Montal. We're going to go ahead and go over a review with that, which I'm going to drop tomorrow. But again, that is the reason why I've been away. Having to deal with family members who've gotten sick, trying to stay safe myself. Unfortunately for myself, I was a victim of a furlough with my employment. So trying to get back on track so that we can provide for the family. And I'm not 100% sure if you guys are familiar, if you've collected the PUA, which is that assistance for the COVID-19, kind of like for furloughs and people who are essential workers. But I have yet to receive a check. So actively looking for work is something that I've been doing for quite some time, and I finally got a position. So yes, I finally got a job. I'll be starting up most likely next week. Backgrounds are running. Drug test came back, and I was clean. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I don't mess with that shit. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to provide an update to you, my community, on why I haven't been as active as I want to be. I want to try and see if I can do something a little bit more frequent. But again, I'm going to be doing something within my employment that's going to be taking away like 60, 70 hours of my weekly availability. So again, like I mentioned, COVID-19 hit my home. I've been tending to some sick family members, and I've been trying to look for work, which I actually did land a position. So any congratulations, kudos to my family members getting well, and then also me getting that position would be greatly appreciated. If you can leave a comment for some, great prayers or something, I mean, I'd appreciate that as well. So today, guys, I just wanted to give you guys an update with what's going on. Wanted to provide you guys that new content that I'm dropping tomorrow, which I'm going to leave a description of the group that I actually received this from. So again, we're going to talk about Starry Nights. Hey, Billy, I appreciate that. Appreciate you bringing in that, optimal health and prayers, man. It means a lot to me because I care about my community, and to see some people reach out to myself and leave that comment like you just did right there means a lot. So we don't have too many people in here. I think I got like one person in, but it's okay. I don't leave a time limit or time when I'm going to be doing a live. This is unedited like most of my content. So what I wanted to do is show you guys the fragrance that I wore today. Hey, Randy, how's it going? So today I wore Balda Freak. That's what I wore today, Byredo. Wanted to, like I said, I went out and I did that whole drug testing thing background, and I wanted to wear something that wasn't going to be too loud. So Balda Freak was something that I wanted to wear, and it was something that I got compliments from the ladies in the office, but not anything that I care about. I'm a taken man. Come on, guys. You guys know that I'm engaged. Those who follow my community know that I am an engaged man. 2 years, I will be getting married. So October 17th, you know what? I apologize. Damn it. It's kind of like missing up on my own anniversary. October 22nd, 2022 is when I will be getting married, guys. So I'm engaged. We've been together, my fiance and I. Her name is Shamra, sharing some personal information that I really don't do too much, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit more. So Shamra and I have been together for almost 7 years. So 7 years. And then this year, we celebrated our 1 year anniversary for that engagement. So kudos to the both of us, right? So give us a hand of applause for that. And with COVID-19, I'm seeing a lot of people who are splitting up over this crap because of the whole having to stay at home and quarantine and everything. And we've been so blessed, even though that we have family who did get the COVID-19 sickness. We have yet to get it. So it's just making sure you wear your PPEs, the face mask, hand sanitizing. Thanks, Randy. I appreciate that so much for the congratulations. It means a lot. You're someone that's in my community, so you can, stress out there to everybody that I'm an active member within my community. If you are on Facebook, Instagram, follow me there. But again, Randy, I appreciate you. You're one of the regulars, so thank you so much. So again, guys, I wore Balda Freak today. A lot of people really enjoyed that fragrance, so I kind of gave them a sample. I took a nice chunk of this bottle and I gave it away for free. It's what I do. I'll sometimes bring a decant with me when I'm out and about, and if someone gives a compliment wondering what I wear, I'll just give it away for free. 5, 10 ml, doesn't matter. It's what I do. And then, like I mentioned, guys, this is what I'm going to go over tomorrow. The Starry Nights by Montal. It's not something that's going to generate a lot of views, but if you're in this, watching this, please check out the content. I'm gonna, like I said, ring that bell. I'm thinking about that song, man. That's crazy. But check that bell icon. Make sure that you're a subscriber to the community. Like I said, it's gonna take a lot of my time with this new employment and this new opportunity, but I wanna put myself out there where I'm never going to be in that position again, where we may have to struggle or dip into our savings for our finances if something like this were going to happen again. So guys, like I said, Balda Freak is what I wore today. The Montal's Starry Nights is what I'm going to be reviewing tomorrow. So if you can, please check out that content. I'm hoping to get at least, 100 likes on that video. So if that happens, I'm probably going to be doing a giveaway, maybe do a decant, maybe 10 mil or 20 mil of this juice, and go ahead and give it out to a subscriber that actually is someone who reaches out on the comments. I mean, that means more to me than a view. Interaction with myself, making sure that people watch the content, that interact with it, so they see that I'm reaching back out, is super important to myself. It means more to me, like I said, than the view, because you can click on something and leave, but it doesn't matter. But guys, I do appreciate everything, and just wanted to give you guys an update with what was going on and recap on what I just mentioned. You probably left, but it's all good. COVID-19 hit my house. I was dealing with family members who were sick, and thanks to the Lord, they're on the heal, the mend, and then, like I mentioned, unfortunately, the furlough took place in my house, and I've been trying to find employment. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate that. It means so much to me that you're reaching out and you're leaving your comments. It says a lot about you and your character. And hopefully, if any of you guys that are watching this have a YouTube channel, if you have a platform, whether it be Instagram or Facebook, leave your comments on where I can find you. I will follow you. I will make sure I subscribe. I will even throw your guys' content in my Facebook community so people can follow you. It means a lot, when we have a community. Unfortunately, I've been seeing a lot of FragCom where it's a lot more negatives than positives. And in my group, I really stress the positivity. Man, Billy, I apologize. It doesn't look like you have social media, but at least you're here in my community for this Fragrance Empire journey that we have going on. So my goal going forward is I'm going to try and get you guys at least a video or two a week. Like I said, 60, 70 hours is what I'm putting in with my employment. Got to make sure that I do well in that position. Let's see, have I seen any good horror movies lately? You know what? I have not seen any really good horror movies lately. And when I talk about lately, and for those who don't know, I used to have my channel called Horror Sense, talked about a lot of things horror related, scary movies, etc. And unfortunately, I combined that platform with Fragrance Empire, where I kept a lot of my old members, but I don't really talk too much about horror. But yeah, 2020, it really hasn't generated a lot for the horror movies, unfortunately. I just found out that Halloween Kills was pushed out to 2021 when that was supposed to be released in October, which is very, very unfortunate. But we can all understand with COVID-19, social distancing, all that kind of unfortunate stuff, that a lot of the movies that were supposed to be released this year were put on hold. And all we can do is say, hell, at least we got 2 more years to go for that franchise, because we got one installment that was supposed to come out this year, which was pushed out to next year. And then the following one after that, which was supposed to be next year, is going to be pushed out to 2022. So yeah, I haven't really seen any real good horror flicks this year for any new releases, as I was an avid watcher of movies that came out in the theaters. But yeah, a lot of what's been released on, I would say, on demand with AMC. A lot of those companies have been told they can't release a lot of the new things. I think I even saw something with AMC, and we're talking about anything right now. So whatever you guys want to talk about, we can discuss. Right now we're talking about horror. But yeah, I recently saw something with AMC where they, I think they had a disagreement with Universal Pictures, and it was over, I think, that Trolls movie, or on board, or some on board, or I don't know, that it was an animated series where they had a disagreement. They released it through the on-demand system, and because it was supposed to go through Universal, or Universal was supposed to go through AMC for the release, they're no longer going to be showing any Universal Pictures films at AMC, which is super sucky because that's where a lot of my horror movies comes from. So yeah, guys, whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm here. Put it all in the chat, and we'll go from there. But I definitely wanted to reach out and let you guys know exactly what was going on, why I haven't made any content. But hopefully here soon we'll get something out there. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be reviewing the Montals Starry Nights. It's an older release. I don't expect a lot, but again, it was a complimentary gift from someone in my Facebook group. So I wanted to go ahead and put that out there and give them a shout out. So let's see, Randy. Yeah, Halloween did look promising. It really did look promising. I was hoping that maybe we could squeeze it in. I'm a fan of the horror events with Universal Studios. I've never been to the Horror Nights in Orlando, but I've been told that the Orlando Horror Nights for Universals is probably going to happen, like 99% sure, with about 10 mazes. And then the one in Hollywood is maybe going to be canceled. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. I mean, I'm in California. Some of you know that. Some of you may not know that. But yeah, huge on horror. But I watch everything. So if you guys want to talk about something, I'm going to let this go through for about 20 minutes. So yeah, whatever you guys want to talk about, go ahead and put your comments down there, and we'll get it going. But yeah, like I said, Balled Up Freak is what I wore today. I've been doing something this week. So this week I said, you know what? Let me go through as many as I can for all the Byredo fragrances. So yesterday I wore Cellier, which is kind of similar to Santal 33. So if you guys are familiar with Santal 33 by Le Labo, that's what I wore yesterday, which was that Cellier. Let's see, plenty of good horror flicks from the 80s. Absolutely. I just watched, what was it, Sleepover something camp, like an 80s movie, but it was really, really funny. So not really too scary there, but yeah, I watched Sleepaway Camp, or I forget what it was called. But yeah, I mean, share your movies, what you like, what you have, any plans. I mean, have you guys received the COVID-19? Has that hit your home? Like, share what you guys are, you guys have went through when it came to that. Any family members or friends or coworkers were you furloughed from your employment? I mean, it's super stressful right now. I mean, we got sports that are going to be playing here without fans. Like, it just feels so much like a democracy in a way with how things are coming together. And it was like I mentioned something, and I put it in a post not too long ago on my Facebook page. So I said, Y2K was 2000. We were all fearful of, if you guys are born back then, I'm pretty sure you guys were, but Y2K was this huge thing that we were all talking about, like how things were going to shut down, and nothing happened. So I put a little meme out there. I said, the Y2K monster peeked its head out and said, screw you, I'm coming after you 20 years later. And some people got a laugh over that. So yeah, it was like, it's been super unfortunate. I have grandparents that are elderly, and just trying to keep them safe, making sure they're in good spirits, making sure everybody's in good spirits. But yeah, I mean, I got like 6 more minutes to go. Let's talk a little bit about FragCom and what I've been noticing lately. So I am an admin of a Facebook group. You guys may know that. You guys may be a part of it. Like I mentioned, I'll leave it in the description if you guys want to join it. But we're all about positivity. But what I'm seeing in a lot of these groups, if you guys aren't familiar with Facebook groups or Facebook as a whole, is that you get a lot of people who are admins that are never really active, and their platforms blow up because they're massive YouTube reviewers. But unfortunately, what happens is when they're absent or you have an absentee admin, you get a lot of drama that takes place, which happened recently. Excuse me. And yeah, something happened recent to a good friend of mine where he got attacked. Personal information was put out there, and it was just very, very unfortunate. And I gotta say, this is just a hobby, but a lot of people, what they do is they utilize these Facebook groups as tools so they can gain money because they have businesses in the fragrance game. For me, it's not like that. It's always been something of a hobby. Let me see. Why does Dua have such a huge following? You know what? You got people who love Dua. For me personally, I'm not going to knock the house too much, but it just didn't work out for me. I'm going to be one that's always going to tell you guys if it's going to work out for me, or I'm never going to say, hey, something's trash, but I will let you guys know that if something doesn't work out, and I'll provide proof on maybe bottle design or caps and stuff like that. And Dua in that situation just didn't work for me, but it does work well for others. So I'm not going to knock the house. There's other, fragrance companies who do that. Let's see. What else? Tons of drama. Yeah, Randy, there's been a crap ton of drama. Like I said, I got a Facebook friend who supplied me with some content, and he was attacked, and a lot of personal information that was put out there. And I've been doing Facebook for probably 2 years, no, maybe 3 years on Facebook. And I was just an admin about 2 years ago. We're about 1,200 members, a little over that. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I'm also in other groups like barbecue groups and stuff because I love to barbecue. I swear, I live in an apartment complex, and because of COVID-19, they have these barbecue grills that are out here, but unfortunately you can't use them due to the whole social distancing, sanitizing crap like that. So I got a little Weber hibachi. So I got a patio. I showed some video in my Facebook group. Got a small little patio, so I'm out there doing some barbecue, and that's something that I enjoy. And that's a group that I follow within a lot of cooking and like I said, grilling. And you don't see that there. You see the people that are coming together as one, that give out positive vibes, that do shout outs, that give advice. Let's see, Billy, I'm in California. So let's see. So I'm in California. Appreciate that. Southern California, probably 40 miles east of Los Angeles, so not that far from LA. But yeah, but like I was saying, I wanted to join a community because I love fragrance. I never wanted to join where it was just a ton of drama. But what I'm seeing is not only is there a ton of drama in those communities for fragrance, but you're seeing a lot of people who follow those people, who shout them out, who give kudos to those for haters. I put out there to a gentleman that I was speaking to today, I was bullied as a kid. I wasn't the popular guy in elementary school. I grew up in an unfortunate family that wasn't wealthy, that didn't have money. So I wore things that were the same, year after year. And, you get bullied for that. And same thing with the household. It was a rough household to live in at that time. And now it's like, I look at it and I'm thankful that we were able to do what we could do. Even though my stepdad could have been a jerk at times, he did what he could do to make sure that I stayed on a narrow path, which I appreciate. But yeah, I don't promote the bullying, the drama, the crap that goes on. Like, I'm someone about positive vibes that want to share great information about fragrance that isn't here to make any money. Like, even when I talk to you guys here on this live, which is in the 20 minutes, I'm not monetized on YouTube. My content isn't viewed enough. But I'm just letting you guys know that I never wanted to get into this platform thinking that I would even hit 12, 14, 1,300 subscribers. So, like, I just wanted to share my passions with everybody and just have a good time at it. For these lives, I've never really done a live video. Like, it's just, it's something that's new for me. And maybe I'll do more of the lives where you guys can see a little bit more about my life. Maybe I'll do some horror stuff as well. But that was another thing. And Randy, if you're still in here, I just wanted to give you an update with what happened. Let's see. How many colognes do I currently have? I'm very, very blessed when it comes to the fragrances that I have in my collection. I have well over 300 fragrances in my collection. Way too many. I want to narrow it down. But yeah, that's how many I have in my collection. Randy, so let's get back to what I was saying. Yes. So back to where we're talking about a little about the horror stuff. I want to put that into my content. I want to do some live vloggings to some of these events that I go to. And the cool thing about that is if I was able to keep my horror sense content, I would have been able to get a lot of passes to some of these events where I would have been an influencer or someone within the media, the press, etc. And unfortunately, here's what's going on. So Fragcom hated on it. They were the only ones, not even the horror people, thinking of all the freaky people that I've met over the years, which I love, but they were the individuals who were responsible for the movement from Horror Sense to Fragrance Empire. So Horror Sense was something that I enjoyed. I wanted to have a dual platform to share my love for both fragrance and horror, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way. A lot of people came on to my community and were just completely negative within the fragrance community about drawing the line on making content for that specific niche. So I completely dropped the horror stuff, which is like my number one. Fragrance is like my number two. And I just did Fragrance Empire. So yeah, that's the whole thing. What happened within the switch of the name, Horror Sense became Fragrance Empire due to the hate from Fragcom. So do I love my community? Do I love the hobby that I'm in? Absolutely. Never in my life do I expect to gain any sort of financial gain from this industry. I've given a shit ton of fragrances out to individuals because I want everybody to love the community. I want people to give back. If they're getting something, give back to the community as well. And I'm seeing a lot of people unfortunately take advantage. I'm seeing a lot of people when it comes to potential swaps. If you're familiar, like I said, in fragrance, the community, you're going to get people that are giving you designers or offering designers for niche. And I'm just like, if you're going to offer something, be equal within the value of what you're going to get. Of course, I'm that type of person. I'll take a $50 loss. It's not like I don't care. If I like a fragrance and it's a $50 loss, I don't look at the financial gain or loss when it comes to a potential swap or even a sell. Like I just want my fragrances to go to a good home. I want to be able to have things that I absolutely love, which means sometimes taking that loss. So guys, that's a little bit about the live. We went a little bit rambling on, but I was asked some questions, so I wanted to let you guys know a little bit more, give you some more details about what's going on with me. We shared some additional hobbies. We were looking into the other passions that I love, a little bit about horror movies, and it just went on. And I appreciate you both for reaching out and talking during the live. So at this time, like I said, tomorrow, we're looking at Montal's Starry Nights. I've had this for a little bit, but like I said, I got to do a shout out, which I'm going to be doing that shout out tomorrow with who provided that fragrance for me. And guys, I appreciate everything. Like I said, Baldo Freak was my son of the day, and we're both out. Peace.